Every single skateboarder has heard of Bones Red's bearings, and I'm sure all of you guys have tried a set of them at least once in your life. They are pretty much the industry standard in skateboard bearings, and this is what every other bearing company is trying to compete with or compare their bearings to. But why are they so popular, and are they even any good? So the Bones Reds are modeled after the Bone Swiss bearings. Those bearings are made in Switzerland. They cost so much more money because they're made with high-grade premium steel and materials, so the bearings are like $120 to $130 Australian at the moment. This was obviously a problem because skateboarders don't want to spend that much money on bearings. So they've taken the same formula and design that they use for the Bone Swiss bearings, and they've gone and manufactured these in China. So that's why you might have heard these referred to as the China Bones Red. It's because these are made in China. So they are modeled after the Bone Swiss bearings, but made in China with cheaper and more price point steel and material, so that the consumer, us, can get bearings with a higher quality but for a lot cheaper, and that's where the Bones Reds were created. So basically just as good as Bone Swiss, but less than half the price, but the quality is still good and they still last long. So these bearings have pretty much stood the test of time, and that's why they are the industry standard right now. But are they any good? On the box they claim to be fast, long lasting, easy to clean, and Bones Reds are known to last long as well. When I used to ride Bones Reds, they used to last me for at least a year, but I wasn't street skating as much as I am now, so I wasn't going through as much water and dirt and just gunk and stuff, and that's why I decided to try a set of Bones Reds, because it's been so many years since I've ridden them. I don't really remember what they were like, but I remember them being good. But at which point are they any better than any other bearing? Because my experience with bearings are most of them perform pretty much the same. The only difference is how long they last. For me, it more matters what type of wheel I'm riding or what type of surface I'm riding on. All the bearings that I've used generally work the same, but it can be smoother, more rough, faster or slower depending on the wheel and the surface I'm riding on. So does it really come down to the bearing? I'm going to set these up right now, go and have a skate, let you know how they wear in first of all, how they feel after the first hour of skating. But I'm still riding the Jacko Grady Sunday shieldless bearings, and I really like the look of the shieldless bearings. So a lot of you are not going to agree with this, but I'm going to pop the shields off of these because personally I don't like the red ring around them, and I really like the sound and the look of the shieldless bearings. So doing that is obviously going to reduce the life of how long these last, because more dirt and grime and water is going to get into the bearings. But I'm going to plan to clean these in a few months time too, and give an update on how they last after the 3 to 6 month point. So don't hate me for popping the shields off, I just like the look and the sound of it. So let's set them up and go and skate, see how they wear in, see how they feel, and let you guys know if these are any good and if you should get some for yourself or not. So let's go. These bearings are amazing so far. They're holding their speed. There's lots of control as well. When I was doing the manuals just then, usually if you have like super fast or uncontrollable bearings, you lose your balance, but I was holding the nose manuals pretty easily. So yeah, they feel good. They're lots of control, lots of stability. So I'm going to take advantage of this speed, and I'm going to try and back 50 this whole entire ledge here. This thing's massive. It's probably like 12 meters minimum. So I'm going to try and knock that out real quick because I'm running out of light, and then I'll head to the skate park after that. Alright, that was actually a lot faster than I expected. I got a second try and I got a third try. So bearings definitely helped me get the speed, but I did wax this a lot, so that just took me as well. So because I got that done so fast, there's still a little bit of daylight left. So I think I'm going to go to the next street spot around the corner before I head to the skate park, because the skate park has lights on all night, so I can skate there as long as I need to. But I want to put these bearings through some tests at some street spots. So the next spot's a little bit rougher, and it's a manual pad. So that'll definitely show me how much control and stability these bearings have. So let's head to the manual pad now. Alright, bearings are feeling amazing. So much stability, so much control. I'm not really that great at manuals, but it took me about 10 minutes to do all those manuals I just did then. And the sun is only just setting now. So I just got to Oran Park Skate Park. I'm gonna have a session here tonight, keep skating, try and hit everything I can and just get a good feel of what the bearings are like. But they've been great so far. So let's continue the session. I'll let you guys know if you should get these yourselves and why they are so popular. I've been skating these bearings for about 6 weeks now, and they are definitely high quality bearings for only $35. They're fast, long lasting, easy to clean, and for $100 cheaper than the Bone Swiss bearings, it's pretty easy to see why they are so popular and how they've become the industry standard when it comes to skateboard bearings. They didn't take any time at all to wear in, but as I kept skating throughout the night, it felt like my setup was getting faster and more smooth. That is probably because I went from street skating to a smooth skate park, but I did notice it was getting a little bit faster and more smooth as I kept skating on that. While I'm on the topic of Bones Reds, I did try a set of the Super Reds last year, which is a $20 upgrade of the standard Reds, and they absolutely sucked. They never felt like they really ever broke in, and within 2 to 3 months they already started slowing down and seizing up, so they were horrible. I thought it might have just been a one-off and I might have got a dud set, but one of my homies set up some Super Reds at the same time I did, and his bearings didn't last as long either. He only got about 2 or 3 months out of them before they seized as well, so I don't know why for a $20 upgrade on the standard bearings that these are worse, but I thought I would note that because a lot of people are going to ask about how the Super Reds go. So definitely stay away from the Super Reds, but for the low price and high quality of the standard Reds, I definitely recommend you guys getting a set of these if you're thinking about what bearings to get next. So if you enjoyed this video, check out my Sunday shieldless bearing review video right here. These bearings are still going strong. I just put them in a different setup of mine because I wanted to see how the Bones Reds felt again. So check that video out. Let me know what your favorite bearings are, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.